fans live for games like this one.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. And tonight, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Detroit Pistons here at Little Caesars Arena. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Indiana. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that number one spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And checking out Detroit, they're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Miles Turner out there with the Magician, and it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. And for Detroit, inside for him, it's Harris and Durant. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. And it's Holland in at the small forward. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively. Here we go.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Here's Cunningham. In the corner, Ivey with it. Here's Holland. Offline with his three. And here's Halliburton. Here's Wong. Halliburton outside. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Detroit. Collins kicks to Harris. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, that's a nice touch from Harris right there, showing you exactly how under control he is close to the basket.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. Now, in talking about Tyrese Halliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Halliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler, I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Good on the shot.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
Now, here's Cunningham, and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Cavaliers.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Pass to Ivey. Shoots over Nembhard. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Wong. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Harris outside. Ivy kicks to Holland. Harris looking it over. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Cunningham's got 6.
And you see that motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance. And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Tobias Harris-Clark has played over a dozen years in the NBA, and he is still a solid third option.
He really is, and he only played 1 year in college, and yet has been steady and consistent. He might not be the most efficient scorer, but he still does a lot of good things when he's on the floor, and he does them at both ends of the floor.
Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And, Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Hits it from three-point range. He has 5.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Pass to Ivy. Now Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Nembhard with it. Indiana moving the ball around. Turner passes to Wong. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Pistons trail by 3. Ivy with it. Halliburton picks him up. Puts it up from 12. The shot by Ivy, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 8 points here for Benedict Mathurin.
And with each made 3, Mathurin's confidence rises, an encouraging sign.
Now, here's Duran. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Knicks in New York.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Halliburton. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Pass to Wong. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Harris. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting, and there's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
Oh, good on that one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. No good on the second free throw. Pistons trail by 4. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Holland. Scoreless thus far. Mathurin passes to Wong. And the shot goes down.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Holland after the made shot from Wong. Back to Cunningham. And it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner denying another one of the league's best shot blockers year in and year out.
Well, That's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here's Turner. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Wong, guarded by Harris. Shots good by Wong.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Duran a screen. Pass to Cunningham. 6 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
The Pistons have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And the first one drops. Stewart checked in for Holland. And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Halliburton finds Turner. Bounce pass Nemhard. Long passes to Mathurin. Up top Nemhard. It's hauled in by Stewart. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. 4-point game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Gotta respect that Cunningham takes charge, making something happen and drawing the contact.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or to become alarmed about it.
And he knocks down the first one. The Pacers making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. Good on both. Indiana leading. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Turner. Shoots over Duran. The shot by Turner no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Now here's Duran. Still scoreless. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Harris from the arc. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Boy, this is something that Harris has really enhanced in this game over time. Hard work, paying dividends.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Now, here is Halliburton. Following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Over Cunningham. Halliburton, no good. The Pistons leading. Fires the 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Now, Nemhard. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Siakam's shot is off. Mathurin against Harris. Harris draws the double. Three-pointer. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That's his first foul.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Jalen Duren. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Ivy. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cunningham. Then for the Pacers, Toppin comes in for Miles Turner. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The Pistons making a change here. Noel's checked in.
Coming onto the floor to your Pistons, number 20, Jalen Noel.
Here's Siakam. He had 13 points in the win against Cleveland. Halliburton finds Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
When he's this close to the rack, that's exactly what he's looking to do. Slam it down. Well done, Toppin.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50-40-90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Beasley's checked in for the Pistons. And the Pacers also making a change. Nesmith has checked in. Siakam with it. He has yet to score. And Toppin throws it down.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Beasley dishes to Harris.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Out to the right wing. Here's Holland. From outside, off the mark. Indiana's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Seems like Halliburton is always looking to do a little more, always making the extra effort. That's fairly rare.
Pacers have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
Halliburton, 2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
You love the seemingly endless energy that Halliburton gives his team. Always pushing himself to deliver his best effort on every play, every day.
Paul Reed's checked in for Harris. Halliburton hits them both. 1:49 left in the first. And here is Hardaway. He had 15 points last outing. Beasley outside. Reed, a screen on McConnell. Drills it from outside. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Toppin. It's hauled in by Stewart. Here's Holland. Neesmith covering. McConnell against Beasley. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Siakam passes to Neesmith. That one's in, his first shot this game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Beasley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Basket good.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Beasley against McConnell. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Halliburton passes to Toppin. 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Hardaway. No good from the wing. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pistons lead by 1. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Detroit?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
And so in the game for the Pacers, Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. The Magician out there with Aaron Neesmith. And it's Siakam in at the center, filling out the middle.
Beasley bouncing off the defense there and finding a way to still finish, making it look effortless.
Halliburton passes to Long. Now Nembhard. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Pass to Neesmith. Here's Halliburton. And there are the Pacers with another bucket. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now here's Beasley. Outside Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
Hardaway Jr. knows his role on this team, which is to provide scoring and leadership.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Aaron Neesmith. He hits both from the stripe. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, the Magician in that last matchup against the Cavaliers played really well. He scored 22 points, and as always, he was aggressive on the glass, outworking everybody else on the floor. He showed terrific versatility. He impacted the game in a number of ways. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
And those are two loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
The Pistons trailing. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Stewart. Back to Hardaway. Stewart with it. Outside Hardaway. Beasley for three. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, that's Beasley's shot right there. He loves to rise and fire and knock him down from behind the arc.
Back to Halliburton. Takes a three. And the three ball is good. Halliburton's got 12 points in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Siakam. To the paint. Hardaway with the steal. Going inside. Misses from short range. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Wong. The teardrop falls in. Now it's a 3-point Indiana lead.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
That one goes in.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Now here's Beasley. 10 points for him. Stewart misses.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's Beasley after the miss from Wong. Pass to Stewart. Here's Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. Kept alive. And with that shot, the Indiana leads cut to just 1 point on the basket from Reed.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Outside Mathurin. No good with the triple.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Beasley, the best to Stewart. And he's good on the three ball. Stewart's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Wong passes to Mathurin. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Here's Wong. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Wong's got 12.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
Here's Holland. Hasn't made one yet. Stewart with the screen on Mathurin. Here's Holland. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. And a great time to check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. Take a look at the Hawks. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now for the Pacers, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Duren, he's checked in for Paul Reed. And it's Cunningham in for Holland.
You know, we don't see this too often anymore. Beasley dialing up the mid-range game.
Now, Nembhard. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Basket counts.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Beasley. Good D by Siakam.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Well, you look at Mathurin. And at number 4 on the list, he's almost certain to take part in the contest this year. He's going to be excited to let those long-range shots fly on All-Star Weekend.
And the fans have been right to give him so much love. He's deadly from beyond, and he has to be in this contest this season.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And the wide-open shot from McConnell. And off the front iron, and in it goes. McConnell's got his first bucket in this one. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who've played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smits, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
Here's Wong. He had 22 points in the win against Cleveland.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Now, here's Stewart, guarded by Wong. Cunningham against McConnell. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And Duran slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. He's checked in for Detroit. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Pacers trail by 3. Now, here's McConnell. There's a screen by Toppin. Takes a step back. Puts it up from 12. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Now, here's Neesmith. Not a lot of room. Pass to McConnell. Over Cunningham. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from McConnell.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Cunningham outside. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. No good on the triple. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, D.A., it takes time, but nice to see his development.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
With the drive. Shepard, the pass to Turner. Baseline try. And the shot no good, a bit short. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They trail by 1. Duren with the bounce pass. Detroit, no good that time either.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Indiana shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Shepard. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:35 left in the first half of the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Turner against Duren. Out to Harris. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McConnell against Cunningham. McConnell with it. He's got 6. Turner with a screen on Ivy. Here's McConnell. Rebound, Detroit.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Now, here's McConnell. Outside Turner. A 3-ball. Nailed from three-point land. Turner's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers.
Boy, Turner's really good at picking the defense apart, especially with the catch-and-shoot jumper.
And here's Cunningham. He's got 12. Over McConnell. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 14 points for the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Indiana out in front, up 4. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
Greetings. First off, some updates for you as we take a look at our all-star voting totals.
Can't tell too much from early numbers, but the all-star picture may be coming into focus a little. I'm definitely not surprised by these names.
Yeah, because it's just a popularity contest right now, and they haven't been playing for long.
And now looking at the Pacers in this one, no separation to be found from either side.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see their confidence growing. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Pacers leading by 4. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. And it's Howland in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
A terrific effort from Halliburton so far offensively. He's not holding anything back on that end of the floor.
Here's Harris, and it's sent back by Turner.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Count that one. 14 points for the Magician.
Sweet dime that time from Halliburton. This combo guard has really impressive floor awareness, folks.
Cunningham kicks to Harris. In the corner, Ivy with it. Shoots over Nembhard. No good off the back of the rim. Indiana's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And he makes that one.
How about that wonderful floater he has? Showing off an exquisite touch.
Cunningham passes to Howland. Cunningham outside. Will it go? Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Halliburton gets the screen from long. Halliburton, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Pistons trail by 8. Down low, here's Harris. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
Halliburton outside. Over Cunningham. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Ivy. Now here's Duran. Harris outside. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Detroit.
And over time, as his game has evolved, Harris has accepted a bigger, expanded role. Knows he has the green light.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, that athleticism of Mathurin is what makes him such a tough one to guard.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
The first one falls.
Boy, you look at the toolkit Mathurin has, coupled with his production and his maturity. Boy, he's got a chance to dominate in this league.
Mathurin hits them both.
You know, when you think about Mathurin, his scoring ability really jumps out at you. You got to be excited about his future.
Pass to Duran. Now Ivy. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Halliburton for 3. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Cunningham. Harris outside. Duran sets the screen for Harris. Inside. Shot's good by Duran.
And really no longer a ball stopper. Harris has significantly improved his passing ability over the years.
Here's Nembhard. Turner for 3. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
There's a good screen. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Wong's got 11 rebounds in the game. Takes it off the glass. Wong's got 16 points.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Harris outside. And he lays it straight in. Here's Halliburton. 17 points in the game. Halliburton gets the screen from Wong. Pass to Nembhard. Off target from outside. Pistons trail by 5. Harris outside. The tray. The Pacers pull it in. Wong's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And here's Halliburton. To the middle. 6 feet out. Wong's shot is off. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. To the inside. Harris dishes to Ivy.
And Ivy just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
First one falls for him.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
The first thing people mention about Ivy is that explosiveness. The first step allows him to get downhill and really makes him effective in those ISO situations.
Cunningham kicks to Holland. Cunningham outside for 3. Harris. It's rebounded by Indiana. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Wong. Here's Furphy. Misses the 3. Now here is Harris, defended by Wong. Shoots a fader. Harris outside. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, he sure is a talented combo forward with terrific feel for the game. Harris can score in bunches.
Cunningham against Halliburton. Siakam left side. Now Nembhard. Over Ivy. And it falls over the rim and in. Nembhard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Shoots over Nembhard. The shot by Ivy, no good.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game. Oh, nice timing on the alley-oop. This is the chemistry Siakam has with his teammates.
Now, here's Cunningham. 17 points in the game. Pass to Ivy. Cunningham with it. Harris outside. Good D by Siakam.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Pass to Furphy. It's Nembhard on the wing. Ivy defending. Here's Holland. Back to Ivy. Shoots the three. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Different look here for the Pistons. All Reed's checked in for Jalen Duren. Stewart comes in for Holland. Hardaway's checked in for Ivy. And it's Beasley in for Cade Cunningham. Then for the Pacers, James Wiseman, he's checked in for the Magician. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Here's Beasley. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
Beasley, the pass to Harris. Lock at 6. It's hauled in by Furphy. Pacers leading by 11. Down low. Here's Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 7th assist here tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Beasley, the pass to Reed. Comes up empty down low. Indiana's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Halliburton. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And, well, Detroit shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Neesmith, he's checked in for the Pacers. And here's Beasley. He's got 12. Harris inside. Neesmith covering.
Yeah, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
First free throw is good.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
That one is no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Yes, that goes in. Siakam's got 12 in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Connects from three-point range.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Siakam against Stewart. Siakam's shot is off. Pistons trail by 13. Here's Beasley. Out to Hardaway. From downtown, another three for Detroit.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
To the paint, here's McConnell. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got his 8th assist in the game. Detroit's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Beasley outside. Hardaway for 3. Pacers with the rebound. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. Takes it inside. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Pistons shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Beasley, the pass to Harris. Jacks up a 3. Pacers with the rebound. To the middle. McConnell finds Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Harris, right side. Just 3 on the clock, and he sinks the layup. Harris has got 15 points in just the second half. And so it's Indiana up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. The Magician out there with Miles Turner, and it's McConnell in at the point. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Leading by 12. And it's Turner finishing it off.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Pistons shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Reed the pass to Beasley. Stewart, a screen for Beasley. Wong with the rebound. Wong's got his 16th rebound on the night. Driving to the basket. It's good. And the Pacers lead by 16.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Reed finds Hardaway. Now, here's Stewart. Cans it from downtown.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Out to the wing. Wong passes to Nembhard. 6 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebounded by the Pistons. Stewart's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Sasser. Back to Beasley. The shot misses. Mathurin with some nice defense. Pacers leading by 13. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Bangs home the trifecta.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Stewart. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now Nembhard takes the 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Stewart misses. Indiana's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Pass to McConnell. Here's Nembhard, guarded by Hardaway. Fires from deep. And the Pacers another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Now here's Hardaway. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Stewart. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Boy, excellent recognition from Hardaway Jr. to find his teammate there. This guy's an unselfish player.
Pacers leading by 18. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Wong, guarded by Stewart from 6 feet. And it goes down 2 points. 20 points for the Magician.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And the dunk by Reed.
Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Now, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
McConnell with it. Beasley covering. McConnell with it. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. Here's Sasser. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Here's Wong, guarded by Stewart, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Tobias Harris comes in for Malik Beasley. Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Marcus Sasser. Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. Cunningham finds Stewart. Back to Cunningham. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Mathurin passes to Nembhard. Turner with the screen. Back to Nembhard.
Ivy, second personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the Pacers, Nembhard, Andrew Nembhard, 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Holland, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. And he sinks the second. And here's Ivy. Harris outside. Here he goes. Up and in on the layup. And that's now 28 points for Tobias Harris.
Not shying away at all from some contact. Harris takes it to the rim with force.
Halliburton drives in. Shot's good by Wong. And it's now 22 points for the Magician.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Cunningham outside. They set the pick. Over Halliburton. Offensive rebound. Back to Ivy. Here's Holland. Off target from three-point range. Pacers leading by 18. Halliburton outside. Inside. Wong passes to Turner. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 for Mathurin. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I think it's what every youth coach says at least sometimes. Follow your shot. And that's why you do it, for those easy putbacks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pistons passing it around. Pass to Harris. This one for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Long passes to Halliburton. From deep. And again with the rebound.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it. Hollins kicks to Cunningham. Ivy on the wing. Emhart covering. Ivy passes to Durant. Wong with the rebound. Pacers leading by 17. Halliburton finds Turner. Turner gets the screen from Wong. Back to Halliburton. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Here's Wong, covered by Cunningham, and a wide open look for Mathurin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Ivy. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Harris, guys. I mean, all he needs is a little separation, and he's good to go.
Pacers leading by 20. Halliburton outside, down low. Here's Wong. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 11 rebounds in the game. Ivy kicks to Cunningham.
Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
There's the triple. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Nembhard. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Nembhard's got 18 points just in the second half.
2 minutes remaining.
Cunningham passes to Duran. Over Turner. Duran, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Wong, covered by Cunningham.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Back to Ivy. Cunningham looking it over. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Here's Indiana. They're on a 13-5 run here.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pacers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And once again, they're going to come out on top in this series. 3 straight victories in as many games on the season against this team. They've done a great job of just playing their best when it mattered most against Detroit.
You always need role players to step up and help, and it was no different in this one, as everything seemed to be clicking for the Magician.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Then for the Pacers, Johnson, he's checked in for Miles Turner, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. .112 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wong. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Pass to Wong. On the wing, Johnson. 29 seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 6. There's the pick. That's tipped. Here's Noel. Covered by Wong. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your Pistons, Jalen Noel. 2 shots. Two.
And he makes the first. He makes 1 of 2 that time. McConnell scanning the floor. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Right, MP. They can't stop you.